Hello there, troopers, and welcome back to General Economics Bunker. Today we got a super duper special episode because we're actually gonna be taking a room tour here in the bunker. Let's do this. Bunker on. Okay, so I don't want this to be a ultra long video, so I'm gonna be going a little bit fast on most of the stuff. So I won't be talking about every single piece here in my collection, but if you see something that catches your eye and you want to talk about it, let me know down in the comments. I'm always down for talking toys, you know that. Okay, we're actually gonna start with parts of the bunker that you don't really get to see, especially on the live streams. So up here, right above the door, we got the Marvel Retro line collection. I don't have many of them, as you can see, but I do have some pretty nice ones. Thank you to my man, Hey Archer, for getting me that Venom about a year ago now. So yeah, that's what's up on the wall as soon as you come into the bunker. Then, right above the closet doors, which is this one, I have the Marvel Legends Spider-Man, I guess retro carded. So these are the figures based on the 90s cartoon, and I've gotten quite a few of them, so I can safely say this is about the only Marvel Legends that I do collect. I'm a sucker for this card back. Next up is where most of the magic happens, besides the bedroom, of course. So this is my gaming slash editing slash home office slash live stream setup. So let's take a look. Taking a look at the desk setup, we got dual 32-inch curved, as you can see, monitors. These are 240 hertz refresh rate. You know, you gotta get those FPSs. Come down here, you know, we got the basics. We got cooling for yours truly. We got keyboard, mouse, well, mouses. So this is my gaming mouse. This is my editing mouse. Small macro keyboard, you know, for editing. Stream Deck, of course, for live streaming. We got a little bit of backup data, you know, storage right there, and a few of the mess that I have back here. These are some from some patches from my CCC this year, and we got the iPad, which I'm actually trying to learn to edit a lot more on this thing. It's going okay. Down here we got my my main PC basically. So this is my gaming rig slash editing rig, like I said, and I custom built this. This is on a Lian Li case. This is a Core i9, 10 core, 20 thread, 32 gigs of RAM, about 3 teras worth of solid state storage on it. It's water cooled, both the CPU and the GPU. Not a custom loop. This is basically just a couple of AIOs out there. And I got a couple of headsets down there that I use, one for gaming, one for streaming. Continuing up here on my little tech corner, well, we got yet another collection. As you guys know, I like to collect stuff. So I got my keyboard collection here. And I know what you're asking yourself. Why would you need so many keyboards? To which I answer exactly. So most of these I think are Gataround switches. These ones I think are Cherry MX if I remember correctly. I think this one and this one, I think these are Gataround Browns. That can't even talk. So I think these are Gataround Browns. That one I think are Cherry Reds. I forget, to be honest with you guys. We do have the Boba Fett right there, that keyboard. It's okay, honestly. It's not the best keyboard, but it just looks so good. A little bit of, you know, decoration provided by my wife. Thank you. And we got some artwork up here by my kid, who happens to love animals, by the way. So pretty cool. And like I said, yeah, it's all about the collections around here. Rounding out, I guess, this section of the wall, it's so a couple of things going on here. So first of all, up here, Micro Galaxy Squadron chases. These two I never found. These were actually found by our brother Archer over from Nerd Affiliated. This is the only one I found in stores, and if you can see right there, it's actually missing the figure. So I thought that was cool. That's why I picked it up. Godzilla Reaction. I thought I was gonna collect this line. I haven't bought another one. And then this that you see here, so this used to be my monitor mount. So I had a monitor here so that I could look at myself when I was filming, but then my dad decided to burn his monitor, and so I basically took this one down and gave it to him. So yeah, that's it for this section. You guys ready for the ugly part? Because this comes the ugly part. So this is the closet. Let's dive right into it. So right on the top, as you can see, bunch of figures. We do have some gargoyles, a lot of Black Series, some random Lego figures, and some more Black Series back there, a little bit of TVC. But coming down here, we got some of my older headsets. We got some posters. We got so this right here, I like to call my my server rack. So I got this computer down here that basically acts as my backup for everything. My Plex server, it's got about, I think we're up to 18 teras, maybe 20 teras by now, of storage, mostly mechanical. And this is my little NAS, for backing up, cell phones and things like that here at the house. And old monitor just to basically see what's going on with that guy down there. So here, as you can see, I keep a lot of cables and things like that that are more like computer related. So yeah, not a pretty sight, but I told you guys I was going to show you everything. So yep, here it is. And now for something you definitely don't get to see on the live stream. So this, I guess, section of the bunker is it's a bit of a mess, as you can see. It is sort of contained into this, I guess, stand, shelves. But yeah, so let me try to explain this a little bit. So let me explain here a little bit. All this stuff is new arrivals, stuff that I need to sort through, honestly, and find a spot for. And a lot of stuff, actually, especially down here, is stuff that's not even Star Wars, such as that cool dual marine figure. So I don't really have a spot for it. Those that you see up there is that's a helmet. I think that's Bo-Katan's helmet. And then some of the recent pickups, like this Evolution pack from ICCC. And some of them are, stuff that I basically have here to open. And yes, I do believe in labels, because then I forget a lot of stuff. So yeah, again, so this is a big old mess, I'm not gonna lie. And it's pretty full. If I can show you guys, further deep in there. There's a lot of stuff, like I said, that it's just pickups, right, from toy shows and things like that I just haven't sorted through or found a spot for. And now it kind of looks like I won't. And down here we also got some more openers that I guess, probably gonna have to wait for the next bunker. So I'm not gonna go through every single thing that's on here, because that would just be, like an hour on its own. But like I said, it is a lot of newer arrivals, newer stuff that I'm basically sorting through. Then turning around, we got this middle table, which is the one that I use to film a lot of my, I guess, a lot of my intros and outros. They're basically filmed like that. So I would have, whatever product, whatever I'm talking about here on the table. Here you can see a little bit of a background from one of the last live streams, since the camera does pick up this angle more. And so, got the rotating table right there, things like that. So if we got any review or anything like that, this is the table that I use to do that with. The only bad thing about this table, it's very useful and all, but it is in the middle of the room, so it does, take up a lot of space and doesn't allow me to walk very freely around here. Okay, so now my wall of TVC, basically. So, well, first of all, my original plan for this wall was to fill it up basically all the way down there. Now it looks like it's not gonna happen. I'm actually gonna start taking stuff down for the move here pretty soon, but let's go into it. So let's take a look at this fix. So as you can see, we got a mixture here between some gaming, some retros, some Mandalorian stuff, some gaming, some exclusives like that guy and this guy, of course. And so this one here is technically supposed to be a shelf, but it broke, so I just kind of used it as as like a backdrop on it. And again, we have a healthy mixture, I think. So just like, for example, on this row, we got some animated, we got some Mandalorian, some carbonized, some sequels, some prequels. We got this cool B2MO that from Door Factory that I won from our buddies over at Star Wars Stuff Podcast. So thank you guys for that. So yeah, overall, these are the a good mixture, like I said, of my most recent TVC pickups. And as promised, I told you I was going to show you pretty much everything. So here's some stuff that's just kind of, just kind of on the floor, honestly. Some of it fell down. Some of it I was messing with. Some of it I just had to make room on the table, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I told you guys I wasn't going to hide anything from you. Okay, now we're going to go into the bulk of the display, right? And I just want to show you this is how it looks once the actual lights are on. I actually keep these mostly off during live streams because it kind of washes away the camera, and so yeah, this is the way it's meant to be seen. Starting over here, right next to the door. So we got some Black Series on card. We got that Greedo on that Power of the Force 2 card, that George Lucas, Scout Trooper. Here we got the Ahsoka Credit Collection, Mace Windu, Clone Wars packaging, Grievous Clone Wars packaging, and then this little cool character piece for the Micro Machines that I picked up a couple months back. So this top section of both of these bookshelves are meant to be basically my vintage Star Wars stuff, right? Mostly Kenner, but I do have some little ladies. Let's take a closer look. Let's start on this first bookshelf, and these are my Lily Lady mini rig collection. I'm actually very close to completing this set. They've only produced a few of them. They were not the exact same quantity as the Kenner ones, which were a lot more. Lily Lady was only producing Star Wars for a few years in Mexico, and so I've been hunting these guys down from different collectors in Mexico. So I take a point of pride here that that I'm almost done with all of them. Now, taking a closer look, we got, this is the most recent one, gifted by my wife, which, thank you, it's amazing. So these two that you see here are not, on acrylics yet. I definitely need to get them protected, because as you can see, the boxes are not in great shape, and that's just true for mostly all of them that I've ever seen, because again, these were from Mexico, and so people didn't really expect to collect these, so that's why you see them kind of in rough shape, really. So again, here we have the mini rigs outside of their boxes, and of course getting the boxes is the real trick here. So I'm very proud of this section of my collection, because it's been a few years in the making, and like I said, I'm close to being done now. In this wall, I have my carded collection of vintage Kenner figures. We got that Reyes. We got, let me move this guy out of the way. We got that 88 back there. We got this Imperial Commander that I just picked up over at ICCC this year. I love this thing. And then down here we got on acrylics a little bit different things. So this guy is actually a pallet toy figure. I got the speeder bike, in box. I got this Darth Vader. So the figure itself was actually made by Lily Ledy, who used to export the figures on their own, and then they would get packaged up in the US. So these figures are known as made in Mexico, because again, the figure itself was made in out of country. So I always found out that very interesting. This is one of my favorite pieces in the collection. So this graded R2D2 81 from 81 is I won this on the Padawan Collectors 1K giveaway. So that should tell you how long ago that was. We also got here a couple of figures. Now this piece right here is one of my favorite in my entire collection. This is an AFA graded 1981 Kenner R2D2, got a grade of 80. But this I won from the Padawan collector when he had his 1K giveaway. So that was a couple of years back now. I also got this graded, not vintage. This is from 2008, I believe, 2006 maybe. This is a clone engineer U85 graded. So very cool figure. I'll move it out of the way. And a few miniatures, vintage R2, and a few random stuff that I've, just placed here. So yeah, these are a little bit more, I guess, of the special vintage collection ones. Coming down the next level on the bookcase, we got some pretty cool Black Series figures back here, like this ARC Trooper Captain. We got the SDCC X-Wing Pilot Luke, the beautiful Kenner colors Boba Fett, and we got some, random little, I guess, decorations. This is actually an ornament that my wife got me, which I thought was pretty cool. Good details for that. Some micro machines here. I love these little packages with the figure and the ship. And we got these guys, which I've talked about before. These are actually my very first Star Wars toys. They were gifted to me by my uncle many moons ago. So that's pretty cool. Then continuing on this side, we got my recently signed vintage collection Emperor. He signed it over at ICC. Got some loose figs here also from Black Series. Starting off with this Clone Commander Obi-Wan, this Rex. This is the red box Rex, and I love this figure because my wife actually found it for $5 over at I think it was Burlington Coat Factory a few years back. And I kind of wish I would have known that these would skyrocket in price, because I would have kept it, sealed in box, and maybe sold it off later on. But it is what it is. This awesome GameStop exclusive ARC Trooper with the Umbara, I guess, camo or deco. This is a little bit of like my Shadow Trooper squadron right here. So we got these little guys. We got a Kanan. And then back here are some of my favorite pieces in the collection as well. So we got this 2019 Chicago Celebration exclusive figure, Episode 1, Obi-Wan Kenobi, signed 2022 Celebration by Ewan McGregor. And then I had that graded. So check out my video on that when I first got it back. And here we got the complimentary Darth Maul, also 2019 exclusive. And that one I got signed by Ray Park as well. Also on this shelf, I forgot to mention this toy spider that my son left to scare me. And yeah, it worked. Next level down, we got some other very nice Black Series figures. And we're starting off with the, this is the Hasbro exclusive Captain Rex. I love this figure. I love the way this was presented. This is, I guess, kind of like windowless in a way. There's no plastic on this one, but I thought they did a really good job with all the presentation and the weapons. Actually, of course, one of my favorite figures of the Black Series, which is the Clone Commander Obi-Wan. I don't think I have to talk too much about that and why that is my favorite. And the famous white box Mando. So mine, as you can see, the pulse rifle came off of the of its, I guess, plastic space there. But yeah, super happy to have that. I also got this Hot Wheels Starship. If you notice, that's a TIE Fighter, but it says it's a Razor Crest, so it's a miscarded one. Kind of like that a lot. And back here, let me see if I can, we got the Trapper Wolf figure. So that's Dave Filoni sculpt. And then the Paz Vizsla with the Jon Favreau one. So on the other side, on the second bookshelf, we got a vintage Darth Vader carrying case. It's in okay shape. It's nothing too great, to be honest, but I got it for $20, so not gonna complain. We got a couple of Boba Fett, I guess, exclusives down here from the Black Series, and we got this very cool set that was actually signed by Sam Witwer, and this was back in Chicago 2019. And I also got my vintage collection autographed Bo-Katan, autographed by Katie Sackhoff. This is the bottom level of the first bookshelf, and it's got a really cool piece here, which is my autographed Armor Deluxe, and I got it also graded. This was actually the first one that I sent into grading. We got this Kenner color Obi-Wan Kenobi from Black Series. This was an Amazon exclusive, if I remember correctly. I have a Redeemer back there. Don't ask me why. A little Sabine mask as well. Just random stuff, you know, that I put behind the shelf or behind the main figures. Last shelf of these bookcases. So first off, we got my first Tri-Logo vintage figure that I bought over in Celebration 2022. We got one of my first carded figures ever for Kenner, Leia Bosch. Move these out of the way. We got the first edition, actually, of Shea Vizsla from the vintage collection. We got a Shadow Trooper back there. We got a set of the original Power of the Force 2 retro figures. Very, very cool. And I got a couple of Stormtrooper packs here. I was gonna do something with this, sort of like a diorama thing, but I don't think it's gonna happen now. Now we're gonna be taking a look at the Detolfs. I'm gonna start at this first Detolf that actually is a bunch of random stuff, honestly, that's not Star Wars. This is the only Detolf, or the only space that I allow myself to put, you know, some of the more random things in my collection. So starting off up here, we got an amiibo from Sephiroth. I've always liked this character quite a bit. Back here, actually, we got the Kingpin back there. I love that figure. It's one of the biggest figures I own. And we got the Green Goblin and Spider-Man back here. These are the first ones that were released for the Spider-Man Retro Waves, and I love that. So we got a NECA Godzilla up here. We got this Guts from Figma, which I love and hate. It's fallen down like 3 times, and the sword finally broke, so I keep it out here because, yeah. A little bit of Gundam miniatures. Now, these guys that you see here, these are actually some of my oldest toys from childhood. These little guys were my present, or one of my presents for my 1-year birthday. So I think that's pretty cool that I still keep him around. So coming into the Detolf, the top shelf, we got a little bit of everything, like I said. Mostly, as you can see, a lot of Japanese properties. So we have Gundam back there. We got a Togis. We got, you know, a couple of ships. We got Goku. We got the Sazabi. We got a Batman right there. Saint Seiya. We got Power Rangers. This is a flip head. And we got another NECA Godzilla. Coming down to the second. So this is a collection that I like a lot. I do have a couple more figures that I don't have displayed here, but this is the McFarlane Doom as in the game, collection. So love the game, all of them, and I really like the figures from McFarlane. Back there, I don't know if you can see it, that's Ace McCloud from Centurions, and my plan was to have all 3 of them. I have another 2, but I'm still missing some parts for the weapon system, so I haven't displayed them yet. And down here is this miniature custom-made Street Sharks in package from a buddy of mine in Mexico that prints them and does the small, you know, packaging, which I love. He hand paints them, sorry. So that's why they look really, really good. Then we got a little bit of a Marvel shelf here, and we got a mixture of stuff, some new stuff, of course. And then most of these are actually from my childhood. So that Captain America, that Spider-Woman, the Ghost Rider, Iron Man, and this Silver Surfer, these are all my childhood toys. And speaking of childhood toys, we got some down here. So we got the TMNT. I used to have a bunch of them before I got into Marvel. We got my Optimus Prime. That is a 10th anniversary one, if I remember correctly. That's a GoBot. I don't know if you can see it down there. This Godzilla is a gift from my kid. That Battle Cat was also gifted to me by my uncle, the same one who gave me my first Star Wars figures. and I believe that was also for my 1 year birthday. Back there, I got my Lightning Collection signed Jason, Red Ranger, and behind him is a BR Trooper in package. Moving on to the next Detolf. On the top, we got the Cantina Showdown of the Black Series in the Power of the Force 2 packaging. This one my wife found for like, I think it was like 65 bucks, maybe 70. Really good price though. And down here we got the Shadow Scout Trooper. You guys know how I like Shadow Troopers. This one was from Comic-Con a few years back already. And I just happened to find this clear case and that just fitted just right. Also here we got a couple of autographed figures. We got Tika from my friend Leilani, and we got the Obi-Wan Kenobi Darth Vader signed by Tom O'Connell, who is the stunt performer in the suit. Okay, so getting into the detail of this top shelf, we got a little bit of a dark side theme. As you can see, we got a couple of Vaders, Maul, Tarkin, and Darth Malgus. That Darth Vader back there, that's the first 12-inch figure from 78. It's actually missing the saber, so if anybody has one, let me know. We also got a pig and a sheep that my son left in there for for reasons. Anyway, next one down, we got my what I like to call my shiny section. So this one, as you can see, we got the Chrome Trooper Hot Toys. That was the exclusive for Celebration. Back there, we got the Boba Fett also in the best car colors, also exclusive to Celebration. This white or prototype Boba Fett from Kotobukiya that I picked up at a Celebration Anaheim 2022. A little Micro Galaxy Squadron there, LAAT. This is the first one, I think, the first release. And then a Mando from Diamond Select. Moving further down. This is one of my favorite shelves, actually. We got right up front, of course, the figure from Iron Studios that my brother Elijah Flex gave me as a present with the custom plaque right there from the High Ground, our live show. Got a couple of 3D printed lightsabers, very, very cool, that a friend of mine did for me. You can see customized it with my name. Back there, we got the Sideshow Cody, Clone Commander Cody, I should say, from the Star Wars militaries. This is from quite a few years back now. And then back there, another Cody. That's a coin bank that I bought back in Celebration Chicago, I believe, 2019. Then, all the way down here, we got what I like to call my presents section. So all of these have been given to me, and most of them are presents by my wife and my son. This one here is the San Diego Comic-Con Hot Wheels Beskar colored Razor Crest that was gifted to me by a collector friend of mine, Ariel, who has a very awesome YouTube channel called Unpunched. So this down here, it's a little terrarium that my wife did for me a few years back, and this is a Grogu that my kid painted to me like 3 years ago. Yeah, as you can see, it's kind of the stuff of nightmares, honestly. Let's just do the rest of the stuff that's on top of the details. So we got, of course, the Force Effects Black Series Darksaber handle with the base. We got the Poe Dameron helmet right there. Now this one has been one of the better scores that my wife has found. She found this guy for 20 bucks, which is kind of crazy. Up here we got the Target exclusive Clone Wars Black Series figures. Honestly, these are some of my favorite figures in all of Black Series. I just love the packaging. I love the way they look. Down here, a little on-air sign, and then we got some credits here that were printed and painted by my friend Pablo from Blackstar09 here on YouTube. Awesome details, awesome, great work with the paint. We got some retro prototypes up here, Stormtrooper and Boba Fett. And top shelf of this next Detolf. Honestly, one of my better looking displays, I gotta say. I know people might say it looks too crowded. To me, it looks just right, honestly. As you know, Boba Fett is one of my favorite characters, and we got quite a bit of range here. We got some Black Series, we got some Hallmark, we got some Disney Infinity, we got some Lego, we got a Tiki cup back there. We got some older ones. We got some vintage, of course. That 12-inch back there is missing the hand, but you know, I think I paid $20 for that one, so couldn't let that pass. We got even some micro machines. I don't know if you can see that back there. Sealed playset, and yeah, we got our slave ones up here. So yeah, I really like the way this display looks. Next shelf down, we are looking at the Mandalorian section. These are all Black Series. This Boba Fett is from Burger King, I think, and my kid gave it to me. And so here, yeah, as you can see, we got Bo-Katan, we got Paz Vizsla, we got Mando, Django, Dead Watch, etc. We even got some of the holiday theme ones. But yeah, so this is my Black Series Mandalorian display. Next one down, we got my little Dead Watch display. So this is the second Hot Toys that I own, which is the Dead Watch Mandalorian. As you can see, I really like this paint scheme, I would say. I have the Black Series helmet. It's one of my favorite helmets. And then we got a little Mission Fleet Gauntlet Fighter just to accompany it there. All right, down at the bottom, we got some cool stuff, a little mixture of new and old. So that Slave one is the vintage one. It's not complete, but I picked it up for like $40, I think, a while back. And yeah, I couldn't say no for that price. Back there, we got a Diamond Select, little, I guess, newer Boba Fett diorama from the Book of Boba Fett. We got the Boba Fett from the 300 figure. And we got this vintage X-Wing that is autographed by Jim Swearingen, the guy who designed it back in the day for Kenner. We are over to the last Detolf, so top shelf. Back there, we got the Grand Admiral Thrawn, exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con 2017, if I remember correctly. This is one of my favorite displays that Black Series has ever done. I absolutely love this display for it. I think it's one of the best ones ever, at least so far, for sure. And I'm so glad I got to have it. So quick story on this one. I did not get it at San Diego Comic-Con. I've never been. Nor was I able to get it right after. So I actually got this like 2 years later, maybe 3 years later, from a collector on Facebook that was, basically getting rid of his collection. And if you can see a little bit closer there, it's got some imperfections on the box itself. But I got it for $60 shipped. If I remember correctly, this was $50 at the convention. So I was, of course, not gonna let that good deal slip by. So super happy that I did, because it just kept shutting up in price. And I'm assuming with the new Ahsoka show, it's just gonna keep going up. So down here, few mixture of things as well. So we got some ATST from Micro Galaxy Squadron that I just threw in there. We got some the TIE Carrier back there, and this is from the X-Wing game, I believe, miniature game. And then we got the Mythosaur from Regal Robot. Back here, you see this busted thing. This box has been with me for, oh man, maybe like 30 years by now. No, it's been a long time. So this is an actual Micro Machine set that is meant to look like the books, and the Micro Machines inside are based on ships depicted in the book. This one is actually autographed. You can't see it right now, but it's autographed by Timothy Zahn, the creator of Thrawn and the author of The Heir to the Empire and other books. Then we got my Boba Fett Thrawn that my friend 3D printed for me. And as you can see, that's customized right there, General Kenobi's bunker. Okay, so next shelf down, this is the vintage section, as you can see. And again, a mixture. A lot of them incomplete. As you can see, they don't have their weapons. A lot of them do. Most of them are in really good shape. I've just picked them up here and there. Honestly, I don't have a good order to what I'm picking up when it comes to vintage loose. If I see one and it looks clean and I like the price, I'll just pick it up. One thing to note, all this row from Ben Kenobi back all the way to the Stormtrooper, those are actually Lili Ledy products. So those are made in Mexico. Next, we got the Tamashii samurai figures. And actually, most of these have been gifts now that I think about it. Maybe all of them, actually. So once my wife and I started dating back in the day, These were her Christmas gifts to me, pretty much, as you can see, for a few years. So got this guy, the Shadow Stormtrooper, which again, you guys know I'm a fan of. Got Django, we got Boba, and then a Stormtrooper back there. My plan was to buy a lot more of these. That's why you see some empty space here. I only have the Mandalorian that's not displayed here, but yeah, I don't know why I don't have more, to be honest with you. All right, so last shelf, again, random stuff. So that Vader that you see back there is actually a bootleg statue that I got years and years ago in Mexico. I'm talking about maybe 15 years ago, maybe more. That Star Destroyer is from the electronic Power of the Force 2. And then we got the 12-inch Boba Fett back there, also from Power of the Force. That's the Action Collection one. So, yep, that's it. And that is gonna wrap up the room tour. Please let me know, what was your favorite part? Did you think it was this messy? Did you think I had this much stuff without putting away? Please let me know down in the comments what do you guys think, and let me know if you have any of these pieces as well. Also, don't forget to leave your like on this video. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much if you already have. And I'll catch you on the next one.